Get ready, Apple may be looking to buy Netflix. Hey you, it's me, Curtis P. It's time for some coffee. The latest Apple speculation shows that the company might be interested in making an offer to buy Netflix. Thanks to Trump's brand new corporate tax cuts, Apple's able to bring a massive amount of offshore cash back into the US. And this means Apple will have more spending power than ever before. And with online streaming video continuing to be a hot topic, the company may just make an offer to buy. So thanks to the tax cuts, Apple would have $252 billion in cash to play around with. And Netflix is currently valued at about $75 billion, so it's not unlikely for Apple to buy it. But it would make this one of the biggest purchases Apple has ever made, using up 1/3 of their cash reserves just for this one purchase. Next up, Spotify's in some hot water as the company has been served a $1.6 billion lawsuit due to some licensing dispute. Looks like Wixen Music Publishing is arguing that Spotify has been streaming Tom Petty, Neil Young, and The Doors songs without proper license agreements. Now, Spotify currently has over 60 million paying users and is valued at about $20 billion. So in the end, I don't think this will make too big of a dent into Spotify's business. Into the quick news for the day, new renders have shown up online showing off the brand new Galaxy S9 smartphone, which Samsung is expected to announce in the first half of 2018. The front of the phone looks very similar to last year's S8 design with smaller top and bottom bezels, and on the back, the fingerprint scanner is now located under the single or dual camera setup. This is expected to be one of the defining separations between the S9 and the S9 Plus, as the Plus phone will have dual cameras like the Note 8 and the iPhone 8 Plus. Beyond that, the phone will also sport the headphone jack, it'll have the removable micro SD card slot, and the Bixby button on the side. No word as to when the release date will be just yet. But that's not all the Samsung news for the day. The company has also filed a brand new patent for a totally different looking device. A new folding/rolling display device with a fingerprint sensor on the end could be coming in the near future if the patents are to be believed. This OLED flexible display is similar to designs the company has shown off in the past, but this could finally be a consumer version of the product. Continuing to talk about smartphones, LG has decided it's time for a change, as the company is expected to rename their flagship smartphones, moving away from the G and the V line of naming. The new phones will use a similar name with a dual number to represent their version. The phones are expected to be shown off at this year's Mobile World Congress in Barcelona, Spain in February. And more LG news, as the company's stock jumped yesterday on news that the company would be providing Apple with OLED displays for this year's new iPhones. Apple has ordered 15 million OLED panels from LG for the brand new device. Now, this isn't the first time LG has provided displays for the iPhone. The iPhone 8 and 8 Plus currently use LCD displays from LG. But the past year hasn't been a good one for LG in the display world, as the Pixel 2 XL OLED display built by LG suffered some major ghosting and burn-in issues. So hopefully LG can overcome this before the brand new phones are announced later this year. It's expected Samsung will continue to provide OLED displays for the current iPhone X-sized phone, and LG would provide the 6.5-inch display for the future iPhone X Plus. And last with the quick news, iFixit has finally got their hands on the brand new iMac Pro, and they've started tearing the device apart for everyone to see. The new high-end computer from Apple sports an 8-core processor and a minimum of 32 gigs of RAM. And some good news for those interested in buying the high-end computer, as it looks like the RAM, CPU, and the SSD on the iMac Pro are built in a modular fashion, meaning you'll be able to possibly swap these out in the future for newer components, which would be a first for Apple in the iMac line. Now, Apple is also expected to announce a brand new Mac Pro with its fully modular design later this year. Next up, Elon Musk is dropping hints at a future Tesla pickup truck as part of a future vehicle lineup. On Twitter, Elon Musk stated, "I promise that we will make a pickup truck right after Model Y. Have had core design/engineering elements in mind for almost 5 years. Am dying to build it." Going on to say the future truck would be around the same size as the Ford F-150, but maybe slightly bigger to accommodate a game-changing feature that he'd love to add. Also stating the truck would be in development right after Tesla releases the brand new Model Y, which is the next car for Tesla built on the Model 3 framework. Now, keeping in mind Tesla has just barely released the Model 3 to the world, so it could be years before we see a real pickup truck from Tesla. And last for today, Google could be working on a whole new type of operating system, something to bring together the world of Android and Chrome OS. The project, codenamed Fuchsia, is something Google has been working on for over a year, and now the company is allowing developers inside of of the company to load the OS onto their very own Pixelbook laptops for the very first time. Now, not much is known about how the brand new OS would actually work or even look. The only thing we have to go on is this little video posted online about a year ago of some simple parts of the user interface. But if Google can pull this all off, it would be a huge step forward for the company, finally allowing them to unite the smartphone and the tablet/laptop lines into one. And not only that, but Fuchsia OS could also work with smart home devices like the Google Home, which would make even more integrations possible. It's still too early to really know what Google plans on doing with this OS, or even if they'll ever release it to the public. But the idea of one OS for all of Google devices would be awesome and hopefully help Android with that fragmentation issue. And that's all for today. If you enjoyed today's show, make sure you hit up that like button. And of course, if you're new to the channel, make sure you click that subscribe button and join the notification squad so you can stay up to date on all of the latest videos I post throughout the week. If you missed the most recent show, make sure you click or tap right over there to check it out. Until tomorrow, I'm Paradis. Have an amazing day.